I've been on my own since like 16, in and out of the system. I had like written off like organizations just because like being a teen mom and being in some situations where I just didn't feel supported. I felt judged and felt made ashamed of some of the things that I was going through. I found myself in a situation where I was trying it again, and I reached out to Bradley Engel. We did an intake, and immediately I remember talking to her, and her body language, just the way she was talking to me, the way she was looking at me, I felt like that she cared. And it's just like my floodgates just opened, and I was just like crying. I let it all out. And like from there, I just, felt supported.
When I finally made the realization that I was in an abusive situation and that I was going to need some help and support, I honestly had no idea where to turn. I'll just never forget the feeling of when I picked up the phone and it was like, "Hi, this is Nort from Bradley Engel, and we understand you need some assistance." And I mean, it still chokes me up to be heard for the first time with what I was going through.
Going through trauma, going through domestic violence, people are in and out of your life. I just remember like being just in shambles because I'm just keep getting denied for places. And then I'm calling my advocate, I'm crying because I'm just so over like all the applications and just feeling defeated. And I met up with my advocate, and she was talking to me, and she just encouraged me, and she's like, "Don't give up."
The sense of relief of simply being heard and respected was, I realized that was something I actually had never really experienced about anything in my life, that I'd always had to over-explain to be understood. After what I'd been through with the abuse and just my emotional experiences in life, it felt revolutionary to just simply be heard and accepted and respected, just at face value.
I felt like my life just went up from there, because it was just a wraparound of services, from the economic empowerment program to the kinship program to the housing program. And I used all of that help and all of that support that I was getting, to make me and my kids' life better. And the thing that I love the most is just like, it didn't matter what stage I was in life. Like, I was supported and I was heard, and I had an organization behind me that was there to celebrate my ups and be there for me for my lows. It wasn't like, "Oh, you're doing good, you're doing fine, you don't need us." Or it's like, "Oh, you just got a new job, congratulations."
I think the empowerment came a bit later, after a certain amount of healing had occurred, when it was like time for me to leave the Bradley Engel shelter and go out on my own again. I think one of the things that's really genius about the Bradley Engel philosophy is they don't do things for you. They make it possible for you to do things for yourself. Those first couple weeks, I was like, just fix me, just fix this, just make things better. But I wouldn't have truly healed, I wouldn't have truly reached feeling empowered if I had had people just do things for me.
I feel like with Bradley Engel, like there's like the saying, like, I can give you fish or I can teach you to fish for yourself. And I feel like Bradley Engel has taught me how to fish for myself. So these resources and these things that I have accumulated from working with Bradley Engel, I've taken with me on to life, like learning to be more financially responsible through budgeting classes, and everything that I've learned, I'm taking and I'm trying to teach others, teaching into my community, each one teach one, paying it forward.
I learned how to be an individual again. Bradley Engel didn't find me a place to live. I found the place to live, but because of the space they gave me to heal and grow. And they were like, "Yeah, when you find this, we're there to help with like deposit and move-in fees and stuff." I would say that was probably the first great bit of empowerment.
A really good moment was in the economic empowerment program and purchasing a car through that. One of my hopes and dreams is to one day be able to give back to my community through Bradley Angle. I feel like I have a lot of the skills, a lot of the knowledge to help me elevate, and also teach it to my community and to my kids. And just looking at where I'm at now, and I was able to get all those resources and all that knowledge through Bradley Angle and just apply it to my life and have structure. And now I just feel like I'm in a really good place. You can be in a situation like this one day and the next be thriving and having a good job and moving forward and, making a difference for you and your children. And I just felt so empowered and I felt so special.
I'm just going to be forever grateful for the fate that connected me and Bradley Angle, because it was exactly what I needed for my own unique healing journey. I think domestic abuse within gay and queer relationships probably is not talked about very much. It took me years to even associate the word abuse with what I was experiencing in my long-term gay relationship. Help is out there and help should be out there. I do feel like Bradley Angle seems to be threading the needle on this particularly sensitive issue. I just love my life in the moment. I can honestly say I'm probably happier than I've ever been right now, because it's true earned happiness. And I've also, sorry. This is the stuff that gets me, is like the fact that I've survived and, I've actually discovered real love again.
What I would say to a survivor that is just beginning their healing journey: you're beautiful, you're special, you do not deserve any of that. It's not your fault. You can do this. You are strong. Not all the time is it going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. And you can do anything that you put your mind to it.
I don't think our culture really supports or advocates for healing in general. It's not a mode of life or thinking that I think most of us are used to living within. If you have kids, ask for help taking care of the kids so that you have the space you need. If you are having financial challenges and difficulties, it's okay to ask for help. Take whatever time you need to heal, and whatever that healing might look like, just let it be. Don't judge it. That needs to be the primary focus above all else.